Hey guys, all right, here is part 2 of my end of the month pickups for the month of July for horror DVD and Blu-rays. All right, hope you enjoyed part 1. Let's get on with part 2. The first one I got from Best Buy, called Held. Looks like a couple stuck in a house being held prisoner by a psychopath. If anybody's seen it, let me know. Looks pretty interesting. Next up I found at, where did I find this? Somewhere. I think it was Soundgarden or something, called Horrors of the Black Museum. This looks pretty interesting. I don't know if it's like a giallo type or what. If anybody's seen this, let me know your thoughts on this. I don't know if it's like a Euro crime thing or has to do like with a serial killer. So, Horrors of the Black Museum. Let me know in the comments. Another upgrade. Had to do it. Had the DVD, had this one Blu-ray. Now I got this Blu-ray. Enough's enough. That is with House of Wax. I enjoyed this remake of House of Wax. I saw this in the theaters and loved it back then. And the Blu-ray that they have was not the greatest. So I figured I'll hold on to it for now. And of course, Scream Factory comes along and puts this bad boy out. So yeah, House of Wax. I did not reverse the cover art, but I love it. So fun. Another one of those Stinky Tuna Netflix movies. I figured I'm just going to grab, be great to watch during Halloween. Maybe do like a combo with our Ernest Scared Stupid, is Hubby Halloween with Adam Sandler. Again, this was just cheesy. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Again, I buy these because someday they're going to come off Netflix, or I'm going to cancel Netflix and just, I'll never have them again. So I like having the physical releases, and unfortunately, this is the only way to get these releases. Unless they decide to put them out. Who knows? I'm just glad to get them when I have them. Next up is Hunter x Hunter. If anybody's seen this one, let me know. I found this at Best Buy. Looks like a cool, I don't know if it's a werewolf, a killer wolf movie or psychotic hunter. Next up we have is The Initiation. This is an interesting little slasher. It's a new age, coming of times where, everyone is partying, and you have the sorority and the fraternity. Something happens between the two. There's a dark past that they're trying to cover up, and there's someone going around killing everybody, especially in the fraternity. The killer's got a cool weapon. He's got like this cool souped up power drill or bolt drill. So he screws them pretty good. No pun intended. So yeah, Initiation, I thought it was pretty neat. I didn't mind it at all. Pretty much a run-of-the-mill slasher, but, we all like our slashers. Next up from Arrow, we have The Invisible Man Appears and The Invisible Man versus the Human Fly. Movies I never even heard of. I figured, again, jump on these. Got the cool artwork inside. I think they're Asian Invisible Man stories. So, yeah. If anybody's seen them, let me know. This one I pretty much just got because of the cover. Who knows, from Wild Eye, how they are. They put out awesome covers and the movies are stinkers. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. Jack versus Lanterns. I think this happens to deal with people turning into pumpkin zombies. I don't know. But yeah, it looks like it's got some practical effects to it. Maybe some low budget fun shit. I don't know, I'm a sucker for these weird Halloween movies. Probably to watch during Halloween. Give it a shot. Maybe do a review on it. Next up is Jacob's Wife. This got Barbara Crampton in it, where she gets bit by a vampire or something, and the husband, who happens to be a preacher, tries to save her. It looks pretty cool. Looks like it's got some cool blood and guts to it. So if anybody's seen the Jacob's Wife, let me know. Next up from Vinegar Syndrome, we have Killer's Delight. This was from their package deal. I think it's about a serial killer going around with a van picking off people. If anybody's seen it, let me know. So yeah, there's the cover art. And next up we have The Lamp, another Vinegar Syndrome. This is also known as The Outing, and Scream Factory, yeah, put out a double feature with The Outing and I think it was The Vagrant. So Vinegar Syndrome comes around and puts out a single release. And of course, I had to get it. I actually really like The Outing. It's a cool supernatural slasher. It got the reversible cover art for The Outing, but I did not switch it over. But so, The Lamp. You know what? I got some box sets I forgot. I'll save those to the end. Next up is another preview trailer comp called Mad Ron's Previews from Hell. I don't know. Maybe it's all low budget films, so I'll give that a shot. Next up is, I figured why not, I picked up the Mangler 2. Not the greatest sequel, but I'm okay with the whole Mangler being a computer virus that infects this college campus and, you know, starts picking off people. Gotta rewatch it again and see if I remember if I liked it much or not. So yeah, the Mangler 2. Now, I remember watching it, if anybody's seen it too, the scene where the kid gets, I think, killed by the bleachers. The screen goes black. You can't see shit. So I gotta see if this DVD does show that or does go black. If anybody's seen it and they know about that scene, let me know in the comments. Full Moon. We have Maniac Killer. This looks pretty cool. Some film I don't know much about. It's Blind By. I think from the 70s, maybe? So it looks pretty cool. If anybody's seen this one, let me know what your thoughts on it. The next I found an old Mondo Macabro. Had to get a red case because I had to put my Mondos in red cases. And I tried buying it. I'm like, oh, cool, gotta add this. I think it was like the next day, it's gonna get an Arrow Blu-ray. I'm like, are you kidding me? But I'm glad I didn't spend much on it. And that is The Mill of the Stone Woman. So yeah, you're all welcome. I bought this DVD, now it's gonna get a Blu-ray release. So yeah, I gotta add some Mondo to my, I always like to keep these ones, so I'll keep this one for sure, and then I'll upgrade for the Blu-ray. But yeah. Next up is another documentary called The Monster Collection. It's in this weird cardboard sleeved, which I hate. I wish it was like in regular Blu-rays, but hopefully I don't have them slide out. The Blu-rays are in these sleeves here, so it's got these cool artwork and everything. But I'm not a fan of the cardboard, because if something happens to the cardboard, you're done. You can't replace it. So like with the regular cases, you can replace. But I can't wait to add this and watch it. Here's all the fun shit here. You can pause if you can read that. So the Monster Collection. 3-disc. Next up, I had this on my Amazon wishlist for quite some time. Went out of print or not in stock forever. So I figured, what the hell? Let me go on eBay. Let's just see if it's on eBay. And lo and behold, I found it for $7. And we have Creepy Classics Convention Monster Bash Origins. Pretty much put out by oldies.com. Filled with a bunch of classic monster previews and all this other shit to it. So I'm kind of cool to have this into the collection. I know some other people have picked this up, but for some reason Amazon just never had it. Next up, we have from Alaska. Yes, Alaska. And we have Moose, the movie. It's just, yeah. Pretty much it's this new guy's new ranger comes to this weird town, and there's a bunch of moose tramplings that's happened. So they find out, research, that there's an old tale of a man moose that goes around. I can't wait to watch this. So I can't wait to see how this goes and plays off. The trailer looked funny as hell, so Moose the movie. Yeah. Next up, we have another documentary, Movie Hoarders, from VHS to DVD and beyond. I always like watching these people with their collections and everything, so it'll be kind of cool documentary to watch. Next up, we have from Asylum. I figured, why not? Nazis at the center of the earth. Some low budget, you know, turn their brain off, killer, weird, zombie Nazis. All right. Next up, we have The Nest. This was actually a pretty cool killer bug movie where a family, mom's got a dark past a little bit, and they go to a garage sale. They buy their daughter this weird teddy bear. It's even got these weird eyes. It's a freaking weird-ass teddy bear. Well, inside of it is this weird bug, and it gets inside of her, and it's like a parasite controlling her, and then she starts getting other people to get infected, and they want Mom. Mom is pretty much the nest, ones that can be the queen to create more bugs. It was actually pretty neat, pretty eerie, kind of like a slow burn, not very gory or anything. It's got, who's in here? Oh my god, I forgot her name. Yeah, so yeah, The Nest, pretty cool. I don't want to take too much time looking up her name. Dee Wallace Stone. Knew I was going to remember. Alright, another dollar store pickup called Officer Down. I found for $1 for Blu-ray. Again, this looks pretty cool. If anybody's seen it, let me know. It was like one of those weird-ass... Kind of reminds me of Hobo with a Shotgun type movie, maybe. Next up, from Scream Factory, IFC, The Pledge. This looks pretty neat. A bunch of nerdy guys pledge for a fraternity, and it doesn't go well. Some sci-fi goodness with Poseidon Rex, a underwater dinosaur movie. The T-Rex can swim and breathe underwater. Why not? I've seen it before. It's goofy. Next up, I had the first one on Steelbook. Figured why not grab the sequel on Steelbook. And that is A Quiet Place Part 2. I gotta get some protectives for it to open it. I saw this in the theater. I really enjoyed it. Not in the theater. Yeah, I saw this in the theater. This is the one we saw, my wife and I. And we had a good time with it. We liked the story. We like how it ended. So I can't wait to see how they do a third one. Next up from another full moon, we have the Resonator. What is it? Miskatonic U. Looks like a weird ripoff of From Beyond. That's why it gives me that very From Beyond vibe. So I can't wait to get this one to watch. This was originally from their Amazon streaming movies. So they finally put out a physical release. So I'll grab the physical copy. Next up is I think it was like an MBD Rewind sale that they had from some of their VCI movies. So I grabbed Satan's Cheerleaders. It just sounds pretty cool. Sounds funny from, I think, the 70s, maybe. If anybody's seen this one, I think Zach, my friend there, has seen this one. He's probably going, yeah! Next up, we have Savage Weekend. Another weird slasher from the 80s. I heard it's not the greatest, but I like to collect my 80s slashers when I get that before that goes out of print. Next up is an anthology that was really good called Scare Us. This one actually really surprised me how good this one was. The story's really cool. Pretty much, they're all writers, and they all come to this weird bookstore to tell their stories. And they put themselves in each story pretty much. And some of the stories are really good. And the twist at the end, the wraparound is pretty cool, how it pays off. So yeah, watch Scare Us. If you like anthologies, I think you'll have a good time with that one. Next up, from Severin, we have Siege. I think this is kind of like a horror, maybe more of a thriller. But I just want to watch the storyline. Sounds pretty cool, about a bunch of people going into complexes and cutting people down. So we'll see. Another Steelbook. Grabbed Spiral. Never saw Spiral. Can't wait to get this one to watch. Figured, well, the Steelbook was cheaper than the others, so I figured, why not? I'll grab the Steelbook from Best Buy. And they didn't have any in stock, just the Steelbook. I'm like, this is odd. Usually they have a shit ton of DVDs, a shit ton of Blu-rays, and maybe like 3 Steelbooks. This time around, it was reversed. Maybe they didn't get the others in stock yet. I figured I'll grab it. Because you never know. Sometimes the Steelbooks they sell pretty fast. Alright, some more shark goodness with Shark Huntress. That cover just screams bad. So we'll see. Hopefully, woman has to hunt her shark because they eat her mom. Another Severin movie, which surprised the hell out of me that got a Blu-ray. I've always been trying to put off the DVD for a while. Fangoria released the DVD, but now Severin put it on Blu-ray, and that is Skin Deep. Warwick Davis plays a character called Plates, who throws plates at people. And it's got some good gore scenes, and yeah, Skin Deep. So cool that I got a Blu. Next up is another documentary called Sleepless Unrest. This one is about I guess the Conjuring house became available to the public, I think, and a bunch of paranormal investigators go to the original Conjuring house and record shit that happens. I always like paranormal stuff, so yeah, can't wait to dive into this documentary. Next up, I found an FYE. I'm like, I have no clue what this is. I'll pick it up anyway. But I found out it does have a Blu-ray from Blue Underground, and people say, you know, it's not that good. But I found this edition of Snuff. And this is a Canadian numbered edition right there out of 5,000. So, all right, I'll give it a shot. If it's really good, I'll upgrade to the Blu-ray. And I know some people go like, you collect horror? You never seen it? I go, no, I never. Next we have is 10 Minutes to Midnight. Yep, 10 Minutes to Midnight with Carolina Williams. I think she gets bit by a vampire or something and starts turning. So I can't wait to give this one a watch. If everybody's seen this, let me know in the comment section below. Next up is another anthology I found for $1. This is actually really good. And this was called Terror Tales. I love that artwork. So pretty much a crazy guy kidnaps a family, puts them in the trunk, in a moving van-like thing, trailer, with a husband out front, and he tells the stories to the husband. And some of the first story is very low budget. It's got Lynn Loreley in it, and it's got to deal with Munchausen's by proxy, pretty much. But the second story was the good one, where it was a VHS rental store couple, and there's a killer going around making snuff films. He called himself the Hammer or the Sledgehammer or something. He's killing women with sledgehammers, and he is recording it. And it's pretty good gore to it. And of course, he breaks in and starts changing up the VHSs with the snuff movies. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Next is another Vinegar Syndrome I did not know anything about, called Through the Fire. If anybody's seen this one, let me know. It was part of that collection there that they did. Looks pretty cool. Looks interesting. So, Through the Fire. Next up, from MVD, from their sale, we have the Twilight People. Figured out I'll grab this one too. It was cheap. If anybody's seen the Twilight People, yeah, let me know. Next up, we have VHS Violence. Look at that cover art. That's just so cool. It's got VHS Violence 1 and VHS Violence 2. So I don't know if this is a shot on video movies, but figured just that cover art alone, I'm buying it just for that. Another upgrade, we have When a Stranger Calls Back from Scream Factory. So I got all those now. Have the original When the Stranger Calls. So now I got the sequel. Took me a long time to buy this one. Michael Keaton, White Noise. I remember seeing White Noise and liking it. So figured, I don't own the movie. I'm surprised I didn't. So I figured I'm buying the movie. So White Noise. From Vestron. Oh yeah, we have the Wraith. I love the Wraith. So we got a cool upgrade from the DVD with the Wraith. Always love the car. I love the music to it. The soundtrack is killer. The car in this one, the main car, is like my dream car. So if I ever had enough money and everything and that car was available to purchase, yep. And last, we have a shot on video with The Zombie Army. This is like the, I guess it's a reversible cover art, but I guess it's like a weird shot-on video from the 90s. So yeah, give this one a watch. Now, since I fucked up and forgot to do my box sets, we're doing them. All right. The first box set I'll grab is the Solid Metal Nightmares, the films of Sakamoto. Now, this is not the special edition release with the booklet. This is a re-release. It does have all the features that the other one did, but minus the booklet. So I figured this was cheaper. I'll grab this box set and go from there. So, yep. Next up, we're going a little backwards with Sante Sangre. This is the Severin release. I found this at Soundgarden for a cheaper price than the actual release from their website. That's the 4K Blu-ray, all the special features. It's got the postcards in there. You know what? There's like a bunch of unboxing videos to it. Never owned the Blu-ray. And last, there you go. I've had the Blu-ray to this. I had the old Mill Creek, and Arrow put this out, surprisingly, and I got it through Diabolic. It came cheaper and quicker. The Dimension series. Now this is cool because it's that hardcover box. You open it up, and inside you have the movies. First off, you have this cool booklet based on the movies. And it's a pain in the ass to get them out. But they had this awesome artwork. It's got this cool throwback artwork, and they're reversible. Like, here's the first one. I just love that artwork. It's just cool. It's got that old school look to it. So that's the first movie. Then we have Return of Dimension, which is the second one. It's got these cool badass kaiju movies. And the last is The Wrath. And I love the artwork. They all have reversible cover art. They all have special features. A lot of them have like postcards in there as well, as you can see. So yeah, I screwed up and did those last. It happens, you know. Get excited showing movies and you forget to put them in specific orders. But yeah, that is it, guys. I hope this actually gets uploaded again. Hopefully YouTube does not fuck up and do it. So hopefully the smaller videos work better than the large video. Again, thanks very much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on my update haul. And yeah, guys, stay safe and keep collecting horror. Later. Peace.